So I was going over one of my old notes the other day, and I had stumbled upon a section of mine where I was like really trying to deal with my anger because it can get tough. You feel me? I've gotten better with my anger, but something that stood out to me is the fact of like growing up in childhood, how people respond to us when we're angry. You feel me? And like within that response, nobody really tells us or like allows us to discern, is the response that's not okay, is my reaction not okay, or me even feeling this way is what's not okay. So like I would be low-key ashamed of my anger because I would feel like maybe I shouldn't even be angry, so I'd be a little bit embarrassed by it, like, yo, like, what's up with your temper? And the truth of the matter is, like, anger is like completely normal. It's completely normal, but I just feel that growing up, because nobody, I think the first time you get angry, maybe we kids, so like we probably cry, scream, kick, large outbursts, or like, do the whole pouting thing, you feel me? And we might get told not to do that, or, some of us, get real disrespectful. We start calling people out their names, being rude, having attitudes, all type of stuff. And we get told, don't do that. But I don't know, but okay, don't do that, but do what then? You feel me? Like, okay, I shouldn't respond like that. I hear you, but like, how else am I supposed to get this out? Because so now what's kind of happening is we're angry, but nobody's telling us how to express it in an appropriate manner. And I feel like we don't even get taught this, one, until we're older and we come into a realization like, yo, I need to do something about my anger. And we go seek out the information for ourselves, whether it's through therapy or online resources or even watching YouTube videos to find out like, yo, how can I deal with my anger? Or some people have parents that like maybe taught them like, hey, you should probably like do this instead, if they have the capability to know how to. Because I feel like a very old generational way of thinking is like, don't do it, you get punished, and then you just don't do it again. But it's like, okay, I can't, this is an emotion at the end of the day, and emotions need to be expressed or they're suppressed, so we internalize. So it's like, if you're not okay, you can tell me not to do it. I feel like, honestly, for real, that's the easy thing to do. This is for like parents, teachers, anybody who's in a position of authority, bosses. Like, if your employee is upset, you can't just be like, no, don't. The easy thing to do is like, don't respond that way. Don't react like that. I mean, at that point, you're dealing with older people, but like, especially you like in position of authority over the youth. I mean, like, find an alternative. It's easy to say, don't do that. You can't be responding like that. Da, 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 da. Okay, so like, can you tell me how? Like, what's the alternative here? What's the alternative here? And some people, they get older, they don't ever find the alternative. I'm not even gonna lie, because then it gets to a point where we get so comfortable in responding how we respond. You don't care. Some people just don't care. But some people are kind of like self-centered or whatever, because like how you respond to anger can really negatively impact the community. It's true. Like, people get angry and shoot up schools. People get angry and like throw bombs. You know what I mean? Like, people get angry and like go jump somebody. So like how you respond to anger really can have an impact on the community. But like I said, if we're not being taught, okay, how to express this, we internalize it, and then we just are left to our own devices. We're left to lean on our own understanding. And I could throw God in the picture too, but like, not everybody is even taught like, oh, okay, if you're angry, you can talk to God, or some people don't even know who God is, or some people don't even understand how God can help them with their anger. Because you can tell me, go talk to God about it, but if I'm not really seeing like, okay, but I don't really understand how, we're all human. We all kind of been in a point in our lives, we like the instant gratification. So like, sometimes I don't understand coping mechanisms that's going to take me a minute to calm down. Like, I want to be chilled out immediately. That's why some people might turn to like substance or whatever, like a very fast stimulus. Music is a very fast stimulus. I don't care what anybody says. You can be angry. You can want to like paint the town red. If you play a song that you like, I promise you will change. It'll switch you up. So a lot of us want instant gratification as well. and not taught, like, some certain things, because some things are minor, some things are major. And with like major issues that you are 100% valid to feel angry for, like whether it's something traumatic or something very life-changing that has happened to you, like, no, a song is not gonna a song or like whatever, like that, we're not even taught that some things, like, it takes us a minute to get over. Man, some people have been angry for years. I don't give a fuck. Some people have been angry living, and if it's not anger, it's a symptom of anger. You know what I mean? Because, for example, there's jealousy, and then there's like, wanting fake competition. There's hate. No, I'm sorry. There's hatred, and there's different forms of hatred. Like jealousy and envy is a different form of hatred. Things of that nature. So there's different forms of it. So when it comes to anger, okay, if it's not anger, it's resentment. If it's not resentment, like, you have a negative mindset. If it's not a negative mindset, you don't trust people, whatever it is. Like, we all have symptoms of anger. Like, either you're dead anger, and then there's rage. So we can take it up a notch. So there's lower symptoms of anger, and then there's rage. That's when people start painting the town red. But we're not taught, like, it's okay to feel that way. It's okay to feel that way. If anything, we're more so taught, don't respond like that. But I think people should also validate, you're valid to feel how you feel, but you can't be acting like that. I mean, me personally, I wish I kind of understood that concept, because then I just felt like if I can't express it how I want to, I'm just gonna suppress it, because I don't know what to do with this. I don't know what to do with this feeling. Music and dance, that's not the only, like, but beforehand, like, now I really grown to a different space, but before, like, music and dance, and, like, I don't know, just getting real disrespectful, like, we just internalize it. Now it's just like, now we got years of anger getting built on, because instead of people teaching us, hey, you can, exercise, to work out your feelings, or like do an activity you enjoy, like play. Because I was a registered behavior technician, and like some of the kids with autism who struggle with their emotions, I had to teach them about coping mechanisms. And like, even in the midst of that, I was thinking, like, damn, like, nobody sat down with me at a young age telling me, like, this is different ways you can cope. Instead of doing the whole don't do that. Then it's hard. Like, I don't care what anybody says, whether you're young or whether you're older, damn well it's hard to be respectful, to act appropriately. Like, you have to really mature into that space to, like, be full of anger, full of rage, and still have a respectful tone, still not call anybody out their name, still, have an appropriate type of demeanor. You know what I mean? You have to really grow into that. But it's not taught. We can say we can teach ourselves, but I think it's very important for everybody to understand, like, you angry, it's okay. It's okay to be angry. There's valid things to be angry for, whether societal or personal. There's very valid things to be angry for. So it gets very confusing when there's a valid reason to be angry, and you're showing your anger, and instead of, like, people coming at you with an understanding, is kind of like, hey, you can't be acting like that. Unless it's like somebody's life is on the line, like you see, like, I'm about to kill somebody or something, or like, like, I'm about to be, like, it's about to get violent, like physically violent, then you can, like, hit me with that, because then that's gonna be more of an immediate problem. But, like, there's valid things to be angry for. So if you coming at me like you can't do that, like, okay, but, like, can you recognize? Can you recognize, like, this is something very crazy just happened? So yes, we are all within our right to be angry. We shouldn't never live in anger, but when the moment arises, actually, we should all try to get a point, like, on some monk shit. Nothing should bother us. I'm never gonna hold you, but we can make a whole nother video on that. But while this time that we are living, we should understand that being angry is okay. How we express the anger, that's the real incorrection. Because it's true, just because you're angry, that doesn't give you the right. Like, somebody's been mad at me, and they told somebody my business because they were angry. So yes, I do believe 100% there's an appropriate and inappropriate way of acting of when you're angry, but I want everybody to know it's okay to be angry. Like, it's okay. Yeah, like you've been betrayed, or like you struggling to get a job, like economic reasons, or political stuff, all this shit going on worldwide, things going on within your family. There's or stuff that you went through in the past, like, or something that somebody else is going through, and you're so upset that like they have to go through a situation like that. So like, it's all right to be angry. Like, it's okay. And I hope this is a message that we can like communicate to the youth a lot more, because like this whole school shooting shit, like, that's what happens. I think to get to that point, I mean, some people are really like, they really have a loose screw, so there's some psychopaths out here. But to get to that point, like, that's a lot of built up anger that was never expressed, because I think one of the most dangerous things in this world is that built up of silent rage, just building up over the years. And then like, somebody can do something to you and maybe it wasn't even that big, but now, since you never expressed this previous anger, everything that you was building up on the inside is not going to go towards that person. So we cause a lot of harm not being able to express our anger, but we got to learn how to do it in the right way, so we don't internalize it. We start suppressing it, then it's going to live within inside us. And if we're talking about on an internal type of level, on the inside, love, peace, and joy, I promise you, anger will 1,000% disturb your peace. There's no way in hell it doesn't. Like a serious anger, I'm talking about that silent rage build up. Man, there's some people, like, they done moved on with their life type, you know what I mean? Like, started a family, or like they in a career or whatever, and they still angry as hell about things that happened in the past. But it was never properly expressed. And some things, like I said, some things are very terrible. Because there's some things you're probably going to be angry about for a minute. But what does not help the situation is not being able to express it. And let's say the first few times you try to, when you feel that feeling and you express it, you stumble and fumble. But like that, it's just a learning process. It's a learning process with everybody. Like I said, when we're kids, when we're screaming, we're kicking, we're crying, then we learn how to express it appropriately. But the problem is, okay, we feel angry and nobody's trying to teach us there's a different way to express this. So like, I definitely got into a point, like, I'm just not, and that's like one of my red flags now, because like, when I'm angry, I just don't be saying nothing. I just don't really say nothing like that, because I know how much damage that could be done if I really express what I want to say. Like, I promise you, people think I say everything on my mind. I sure as hell don't. I personally feel like I be sparing. I feel like I be sparing people. You know what I mean? And within that sparing, I just stay quiet, because like I feel like I'm gonna do more damage. But that's what happens when you don't get taught, like, express it in an appropriate way. And we can go on the fact that some people don't respect how you express it. It's true. Let's say you're the type, you need distance. Some people don't respect that people need distance, because they trying to fix the situation immediately. Because some people be anxious. But it's like, no, like, that's another thing too. Because when you find, your appropriate way to express this, not everybody is going to agree with them, because it's not convenient to them. What do you mean she needs distance? Like, I want to solve the problem right here and now. Like, no. So that's another thing. But I promise you, like, like I said, because that's the main message. If anybody's like me, like, just been dealing with anger for a long time, and especially like you're in your 20s now, 20s and after, because I feel like when you graduate from high school, you're out of high school, you get to really reflect back on your life, and like, you're like, damn, that was so crazy. That was low-key crazy with everything going on, you feel me? So yeah, you get to reflect back on your life. It's like, yo, is that still impacting me today? Like, how have I expressed that? So it's a lot. But thank you for tapping in on the video. Make sure you check out my Patreon though if you want to see more information about, today was an emotional video, so I have a whole section on Patreon on emotional development, also spiritual, soulful, physical, mental development, all types of that. And you want to see more of me, I'm there. So check out the Patreon. You made it this far, please hit the subscribe button. I hope this video was able to help you out and help you recognize that, like, feeling angry is okay. Feeling angry is okay. And it's okay to find a healthy way to express it. And it shouldn't change based on what somebody, if it's healthy, it's not harming nobody, like you playing music or you going to the gym, going to Planet Fitness to express it, that's fine. And I understand if you don't know what to do, because I didn't know what to do neither. Like, okay, if I can express it how I want to, I don't know what to do, so I just don't express it at all. So it's okay to be angry. It's all right. It's a normal human emotion. There's valid reasons. There's very valid reasons to be angry. You know what your reason is. So I want you to know it's okay. And I hope you can find the correct way to express it. Catch y'all next time. Hit the subscribe.